If my math is right, I think it's 7 days till my birthday too. 77 days till Halloween and 7 days till my birthday. Ooh. Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? Welcome to day 19. I cheated of Vlogust. I can't believe I have managed to do every single day. And some weren't very long, but so be it. When I had nothing planned out, not bad, right? For, you know, nothing planned at all. Sometimes you just got me talking and telling you how I had nothing planned, and then adios, have a nice day. but yeah, so how are you guys doing? I know I already said that. This was my day off. If I could talk, that'd be awesome. As stated last night, I have been a fairly busy girl today. As you know, I have been working pretty hard on things on the yarn room upstairs, on the craft room upstairs, on the man cave. I like to call it that because I like to be funny, and because Damon says I can't have a man cave, so I call it that even more now. I think after I get, so what I've done is I've taken my extra, I know I told you I've taken my extra really old whips upstairs and put them all in bags and take them upstairs. I think I might be finally ready to do the video with you guys. I think I'm gonna have to shoot that one first and then put those away somewhere after I decide like what I'm doing with each one, and then give you the room tour for a couple of reasons. One, currently over an awful lot of the floor space are whip bags, project bags, whatever you want to call them. And two, I don't have, I know I showed you like a preview of the room and you saw that I had 3 posters up on one wall where, because this room is at the top of the house where 2 of the walls slant in. And on this wall I have 3 posters fixed to the wall. And my plan is to put 3 more here and then have some around the room elsewhere. Well, I have 4 other frames. I have not yet purchased additional frames, partly because of money, partly because of availability, because I want them all to match. I mean, David and I are both weird like that. Like if we get a frame for something in a room, we'd like all of them to match. I don't know if you guys are like that or if you don't really care. But I'd like them to match. So we're getting all of the same kind, and I've basically bought out the 2 stores around here. I can order them online, but then that's where the money part comes in. So I'm also going to just wait for a little bit. Yeah, so because I have maybe like 3 or 4 more posters that I'd like to get framed, like all framed up. Even if I don't have the wall space for them at the moment, I'm sure I'm going to be changing things around in there or finding other places to put them. Maybe even somewhere down here when I clear some other things out. But yeah, so those 3, I would like to have 3 more hung up anyway before I show you the full room tour. And the last shelf that I put in is only partially filled. So I would prefer to have everything moved up there before I show you guys everything. But if it's not, it's not. You'll understand, right? But that's what I've spent the day doing, was things like that, and making sure like down here I have like a whole, like the ring light tripod on a big stand kind of thing. I don't have one for up upstairs, and like I don't really want to be moving this up and downstairs because it's the big one. So I have like a small one that clips and has the two prongs. I have one that I use like for tutorials, so it can go like overhead and stuff like that. Which I figured if I just clip it to a shelf next to me, it can go in front of me and it'll work. So I spent time like getting that set up, hoping that it will end up being okay. I eventually want to get a different laptop, but I brought my super old laptop out finally too, because I had my desk cleared off, the desk area that I showed you guys by Ophelia, who's my snake. If you have not met her, I will introduce you again very soon. I put a little warning out there because I know some of you guys do not like snakes, but she's a very cute, very friendly she's just a little corn snake. So she's not gonna cause any trouble, I don't think. And I won't take her out or anything like that. But if she's peeking out of one of her little habitat things, then I'll show you guys to her, or show her to you guys, or both. But anyway, I got the area next to her pretty cleared off. So I put my ancient laptop up there, and I haven't opened that thing in forever. And I just figured like if I do get around to actually doing like lives or something, it would be useful to have it up there. And, you know, while I'm up there, I could like watch YouTube or Netflix or something on it. And it dawned on me how many times I have to do updates. So I've been spending the afternoon and the evening restarting an update, restarting an update, restarting an update. Yeah. And I've reached one update where they decided to warn me that the Windows that is currently on it is no longer going to be updated come like January. Like, great. I've had that for a long time, and it's a very old, junky laptop. So I suppose once I get some more money, I might be in the market for a laptop. Yeah. Just when I thought, hey, maybe it's gonna work better than I thought it used to work. But yeah, so that's like the kind of stuff I've spent the day doing, and then of course working on my movie marquee blanket. I'll have to get that video done either tonight or tomorrow. And I spent the rest of the day being super nostalgic. The other day when we were shopping, okay, backpedal. When Stranger Things came out, when season 4 came out, my friend Seth and I were going to watch it together. And so I had went shopping, and I was going to get some like 80s type snacks. You know, we got, we got the Stranger Things pizza. And then we got, I can't even remember everything, but what I remember is my big plan was to get some Jiffy Pop. For those of you not familiar with what Jiffy Pop is, it's the popcorn that comes with the handle on the tin, and you shake it over the stove, and it has the big foil that pops up. Because it's a very 80s thing to have, in my opinion. Like stovetop popcorn is, you know. My grandma used to make it all the time, like in an actual pan. And anyway, it's just a whole like memory story, I guess. But anyway, there was, I don't know if it was just my area or what, but there was like a whole shortage of Jiffy Pop. And like Walmart didn't have it, Meijer didn't have it. Damon was like, I can find anything for you on Amazon. So he like went onto Amazon to find it, and he's like, I'll just have it shipped here. And he could not find it on Amazon. And so he started like Googling it to see if they had went out of business. He was just like, what is going on, you know? And And for like weeks after, I was still trying to find it, just because like then it was like annoying me, you know, like I was like, they have to have it, right? Like it can't be just gone. Especially if there's no news at all about it, like being bought out or being discontinued or anything. And so it's been what? That was July 1st. I went shopping for that stuff before then. Now it's like the middle of August. We found some when we were shopping this last weekend. So Damon made some like last night / this morning. So like all day I've just been like, that is all it takes to put me like in this nostalgia mood. So I've been like at random, like if I'm taking like a break or if I'm just like, oh, I'm going to put something on, and because I finished WandaVision, by the way. Sad. I'm not going to spoil it, but it made me sad. But that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say what made me sad. Anyway. So I'd occasionally turn on, I mean, I'm assuming you've seen on YouTube, like just the silly things that usually I'm like, who watches these? But me, I watch them apparently. Things that are like remembering the 80s or fads of the 80s, or, you know, and they will just go through and like, do you remember these things from the 80s? And, you know, it'll be like a 10-minute video here and there about different things. Tonight, I hit the mother lode of those videos. I am going to link it down below, actually, if any of you guys watch things like that, or at least are curious about this. This was like the ultimate one. I actually thought it could have maybe been like a documentary that somebody put on YouTube and just didn't credit it or something. But at the end of it, it did say like edited by, and I assume it was maybe their YouTube name. I'm not sure. I guess it could still be a documentary, like a TV documentary. But it was called like, don't quote me on this, but I think it was called like 80s pop culture, a documentary or something like that. Again, I'm going to link it down below because I'm probably wrong. But it was like an hour long. And it was so well done. There wasn't like a boring voiceover guy monotoning, do you remember when this happened and then this happened? You know, it wasn't that, which is a lot of the videos that I've seen. It wasn't really choppy or anything. It transitioned so well. It paired 80s music with, and not even just like, I'm super into like the hair bands and, you know, the heavy metal and all that kind of, like the glam, glitter and glam, and all that kind of things. Some of the movie soundtracks. But it paired Michael Jackson and I can't think of a lot of the names of other non-rock 80s people, but I definitely remembered the songs. And it paired playing the music songs. That didn't even sound right. Anyway, it paired playing a song, and the music was playing while clips from like movies or TV shows or commercials or whatever, like it was broken into kind of categories. And like some of the things, like with any of the videos, there's always stuff that I'm like that I think everybody kind of has their personal favorites from whatever, like we'll say the 80s, because that's what I'm talking about right now. But like, so from the 80s, everybody that loves and is nostalgic for the 80s probably has like their personal experience favorites, obviously. So like for me, I know like, oh, what really like brings that feeling to me is the Thundercats, He-Man, heavy metal, I can't even right now. New Kids on the Block to some degree. I know it's not heavy metal, but I was still a kid in the 80s and I love Jordan. Indiana Jones, Care Bears, you know, just Rainbow Bright, G.I. Joe, you know, stuff like that. But it reminded me, Star Wars, I'm probably just going to throw out things for a minute, but all the stuff that I knew had to be there, it reminded me of other things that, like, when they were shown on the screen, I was like, of course those were the 80s too. Like, it wasn't that I disliked the things, and it wasn't that I just didn't have them on the front of my mind. It wasn't that I straight up forgot about them, but they were not at the front of my mind when I thought about things from the 80s, right? So like Footloose, Field of Dreams, which I actually thought was a 90s movie. Was it Field of Dreams? Kevin Costner, anyway, was on there. Maybe it wasn't Field of Dreams, so don't quote me on that, I guess. But Field of Dreams came to my mind as soon as I saw Kevin Costner. I swear, when I see him, it's either Field of Dreams, Waterworld, or Dances with Wolves. Or I guess The Bodyguard, too, right? Well, and that's the point, right? He's super iconic. And like Chuck Norris, but like Chuck Norris, when he was introduced to me in the 80s, so that was all the 80s feels for Chuck Norris, not feels like for Chuck Norris, but brings up those vibes, you know? And just a bunch of stuff like that. Like, I mean, like I said, it was Harrison Ford, but not Harrison Ford today. Harrison Ford from the 80s, you know, that's the same for me. I mean, I love Harrison Ford, but it was just really cool, you know, and they were categorized. So like maybe TV shows popped up first. So, you know, like I would automatically think like Magnum PI, The A-Team, Miami Vice. But then there was Family Ties. There was Growing Pains. There was Punky Brewster. There was, you get it, Dallas. Just all the things that it's like, of course, that was the 80s. And it was like an hour just of all of that. Like, if you have something that you just want on in the background and you're feeling super nostalgic, if you do that, I don't know if everybody does that or if I'm just super weird and get in those moods, but like, it was really cool to me. So anyway, I'm going to link that down below should you want to see it. If not, that's totally cool too. But if you want to share in my weirdness. But yeah, so that's what I've done today. And I go back to work tomorrow. I think that's all I got for you guys. It's been a really good day, but just like uneventful as far as like all I've done is, you know, worked on stuff around here and watched 80s stuff. Yeah. I have gotten, in the last day or two, my subscriber count has like skyrocketed, by the way. So welcome to everybody who has come. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you to everybody who has always subscribed. Like, I always see the familiar faces, and we've all become friends, obviously. And I look forward to your comments. Like, there's certain people that I almost like know I'm going to see a comment from, and I just look forward to that. Honestly, when I wake up each day, I check my notifications and that kind of thing. And like, I just know there's going to be a comment from like so-and-so or so-and-so, you know? But welcome to everybody. Yeah, I'm really happy that you're here, and I hope that you end up liking it here. Obviously, I nerd fest over an awful lot. I do actually have yarn and crochet things and everything too. Occasionally some knit things, but not that often. I do yarny things too, like trips, yarny trips and yarn hauls and yarn reviews occasionally and all that good stuff. I suppose I should occasionally mention the things that this channel does, but I also do branch out into the nerdy things, so, which I know a few of you guys are here for that, so there's definitely plenty of that. The two do occasionally meet up, and like, for example, my first attempt at a demo dog. If you guys remember that from last year. This was, like, he looks kind of funny, and he's pretty derpy, but I still love him. I said then that I was going to keep him forever, and I definitely still have him. And I still love him. So yeah, definitely still holding on. Oh no! Andy's gone. I'll have to get him after this video is done. But yeah, the nerdy meets the crafty all the time here. So buckle up, because you never know what you're gonna get. All right, I'm gonna go, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Thanks again for new subscribers and old. I love you guys. Bye.